morning, church. I wanted to share a little bit of scripture with you coming from 1Kings chapter 17. For many of you, these last couple of weeks, you have gone to the grocery store. You have seen empty shelves. You have tried to get toilet paper, but to no avail. You have tried to get paper towels or various other things, and this is something that is incredibly uncommon for us in an affluent society to go to a grocery store and not get exactly what we need. So the portion of scripture that keeps coming to my mind is Elijah and the widow. And during this time, there was no rain. The brook has ran dry, so things were scarce. It was obviously very difficult for them to get some water and to get some food. And yet God said to Elijah, I want you to go to this particular part of town. There, I've already commanded a widow to bring you provision. And so Elijah, out of obedience, went to this town, and he met the widow at the town gate. And he sees this widow, and he says to her, can you bring me a cup of water? And as she turns to go get a cup of water, he, in my mind, brazenly said, oh, can you also bring me a slice of bread? To which this was her response. In chapter 17, verse 12, as surely as the Lord your God lives, she replied, I don't have any bread, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little oil in a jug. I'm gathering a few sticks to take home and make a meal for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die. Now, I don't know about you, but I would do a total take back. I would say, that's okay, that's fine. Water's good. If you have that, I would be happy and grateful for it. But nope, Elijah, he responds back, don't be afraid. Go home, do as you have said, but first make a small cake of bread for me from what you have and bring it to me. And then make something for yourself and your son. For this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says, the jar of flour will not be used up, and the jug of oil will not run dry until the day the Lord gives rain on the land. And she went away. She did as Elijah had told her. So there was food every day for Elijah and for the women and her family. For the jar of flour was not used up, and the jug of oil did not run dry, in keeping with the word of the Lord spoken by Elijah. So today, my encouragement to you is, number one, it took courage for Elijah to not only ask, but then to ask a second time, because he had a need, but he was also being obedient to God. But then it took courage for the widow to generously give out of her desperate, desperate state. She was obedient, and God supplied her need, that every day she had flour, she had oil, then the rain came, and God continued to provide. So my hope for you today, you would see the provision of God, you would feel the courage of God, and you would be generous people. God bless you.